Alright, so finally we got this S600, 97 S600 coupe out from that car spot, and today I'm going to actually look into the other issues. Alright, so this is the continuation of the video about starting this car, 97 S600 coupe. I just went out through all the errors, and at this point I have no lights on the dash, although the dash does not light up because probably bulbs are out, or because there are some other issues, because all these mirrors were shorted and seats don't move, and many other things don't work. Where's the steering wheel? Yeah, that's the convenience features. They're all dead because there was so many shorts in mirrors. Actually, let me show you about the mirrors first, and then we'll go back. If you look over here, this fuse is totally melted. This is terrible. I don't even know what this is, but okay, my agenda was not about other things. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing. I'm just recording what I'm seeing. This fuse is totally, like, I don't know, melted, let's put it that way. And that is the fuse for interior features. Engine is running. Now, the other problem I have here is this hose over here is leaking. It's ruptured right where my finger is. So when the engine heats up, then it starts leaking. Number 3, thermostat stays open. That is like bad, because the engine never gets to operational temperature. In this department here, I'm obviously have to put it all back together and take computers out again and put all the bolts in the right position. Now, this window, it actually shattered because I don't know what was going on. I closed the door and the window just broke. I only left with one pane. It's a dual pane window, but the outer pane just completely shattered. So I just scraped it off because I want to have something versus just shattered window. The mirror, I put it in just for now, even though it's like not working, but I can move the car, and when I move the car, at least I can see where I'm going. I just put it on 2 screws. The other 2 over here are missing because I had to use those to reattach the mirror, just so I have something when I back up. That is that. As you can see, temperature is not reaching 80. Well, the heat is on right now because it's actually getting colder, but AC completely dead because there's nothing inside AC. AC is empty, nothing is there. The dial over here, the actual face, is off. If you look closely, X100 has to face straight down, and it's facing that way, so it's not exactly centered. So we don't even know what are the RPMs. Well, of course I can know because my computer is connected, but if you're looking at this, that's not right. Like I said, engine mounts, or engine mount, transmission mount is probably totally dead. In this department, we have a serious leak on the driver's door actuator. This thing is hissing, it's very loud, you can hear it, and you can see that this lock is not doing anything. It's just like bad. All right, so we have that. Suspension situation. This accumulator is totally blown. That's 100% because I checked it with the computer. This one is dead. The other side is actually okay, but you don't really change one, you change both of them because these are wear and tear items. Another thing I want to mention is that suspension sits a little bit higher than usual. Usually the coupes are a little lower, so maybe there was something done with the lever that adjusts the suspension height. This is a little bit too high. That's a little bit too high for me, because this is like, I mean, I don't know, this is way too high actually. You would lower it down, because if you have it too high, then too much pressure and whatnot. I mean, whatever, long story short, that's what it is. Inside the car, switches are pushed in, and you know, it is what it is. Switches are pushed in, you can feel them, they're barely holding on. That is that. Mirrors obviously do not work because there are so many shorts, and seats do not work because mirrors are shorted out. Fuse is blown and fuse is melted. Partronics and shade, I mean, this is the least of our concerns right now. I want to get some lights into my dashboard here. And mirrors, I really, yeah, I don't know, I mean, I have to think about that. But this is what I wanted to show you. So we go to ME1. The module is interlocked, so that means that the module has been started over 40 times, it's been started over 50, and the car is still running. Second module. This module is also interlocked, so this module was started over 50 times, and yeah, we have start enable and everything is good there. So let me shut down the car and restart it. Shutting it down. This is the original chip. I just put it into the newer key that the chip that was inside this key did not work. So this is original one, and I'm actually let me just elaborate on this. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of taking the chip from this key and buying another coil, right? This is the coil that reads the chip, and I would take this coil, take the chip, glue the chip to the coil, put it behind the cluster, so we never lose this chip. If you lose the key, then you know that your chip is still there, so transponder will always transpond, so it will always work. And you can lose the key, but you can make a blade and the car will still start. That's the idea. Starts right up. That is my point. That's what I want to show you. So one more time, going into control modules. Because engine runs, that means that we are okay in terms of drive authorization, because this is basically was my agenda, to get this thing to run. Other things, well, there are the other things. Start enable, yes. Locked with DAS, no. That's primary module. Let's go back into the second module. V12, two modules, you know. It's also interlocked now. Everything is identified in yes, and start enable is also in yes mode, and the car is not locked to DAS, with DAS rather, and we're over 50 starts. So this is the result. The engine runs good. Oh yeah, okay, well, the fan is engaged. Looks like aftermarket fan clutch because it feels like it's always engaged. So anyway, right now at this point, This pipe is definitely to be replaced ASAP because it's leaking when engine gets to operational temperature. Thermostat is also to be replaced because you want to get engine to get to operational temperature, otherwise it's like it's running cold start. That is not something that you want. And accumulator, well, the suspension accumulator on you just change them both, man. I mean, you don't go one, you just change both because that's just the way to do it. And the window, the glass, and the door lock actuator, this thing is leaking badly. Maybe I can even I can catch it on camera. Let's try it. Alright, so I'm going to shut the car down so it's quiet. Then I'm going to push in door locks. One more time. I hope camera picked it up because it's leaking badly. So both mirrors, door lock actuator, accumulators, engine mounts, coolant hose, AC to be refilled, and the fuse obviously to be dealt with to get convenience modules to work. That is basically what I see right now at the moment. Maybe something else will show up, but right now that's all I see. It starts, it drives, it runs. So this was a result. Soft close. Actually, yeah, let's check out soft close. Well, not on this one. On the other one is locked. Yeah, because door locking pump cannot open the other door because it leaks all the pressure on this door. Well, anyway, the molding is in the car. I put the molding. I took the molding off because I was scraping off the glass. So right now, this is where we are. Okay, so this is basically going to be the all. Now I have to think about what we're doing and have a conversation, and then we'll move on. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Right now, this car, my objective was pretty much done. Oh yeah, hood release. I don't know what this is all about. Headlights, they're fogging. Well, that's another thing. But the engine runs like very nice, actually. Not too bad. If you put new engine mounts, it should be even better. Let's try to do something with it. I mean, I don't know what to do with this. And that's not a good example. I mean, usually I put my cigarette lighter. Oh yeah, here it is. And we'll see how it copes. Oh. Cigarette lighter is not falling. There's a slight vibration to the engine anyway, but just put it somewhere. Here. Still there. Yeah, there is slight vibration to this engine. I mean, there might be some vacuum leaks here and there because usually they run just a tithe smoother, just a bit smoother, but at this point it's not too bad at all. lighter remains, it's not falling. So it's more or less balanced, but I mean, I know that it could be just a little bit better at this point. Alright, so that's it for me for tonight. I'm gonna have to actually get to this in a little bit of time because I have some other things coming in and other cars. I have to get to those, but this was primary objective and it is finished. Thank God, started. And the other issues that I found with this, we'll see if we're gonna do them. We will. If not, then we won't. But right now, it actually can drive. This is all. Victor here, RestoringMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.